But a 3-1 win today against Newport County. What were your thoughts on the game?
Really pleasing to get the result in the end. Difficult game for lots of different reasons, and then sort of a challenging moment with them scoring in the second half. But George has managed to bring a little bit of quality to the game and set a patch at the end, so we've managed to get the result.
And obviously, like you mentioned earlier on in the game, Charlie going down injured and the red card. What was your message to the team? Obviously, seeing Charlie get injured and also Newport go down to 10 men.
Difficult moment with how sort of reckless the challenge was. Felt for Charlie in that moment because he's been playing so well, and obviously he's had to come off and go to hospital and probably be receiving some stitches for a massive cut that he's got on his leg. But as a group, we had to galvanise, make an early change and approach the game similar to what we had to, but with different challenges in terms of they've got one less player and a lot of players behind the ball, so that brings similar challenge to what we had at Gillingham in the FA Youth Cup, but slightly different circumstances. So having a lot of the ball and a lot of time on the ball and having to make the right decisions at the right time. At times we struggled with it, at times but we were okay with it. And I think we've learned from the last game that we played against 10 men.
And you mentioned George Nash there. We'll start with George. A goal and 2 assists for him today. What did you make of his performance?
Yeah, George was really good today. Brought some quality when we needed it in wide areas. Set up the first goal for Joe with a brilliant ball to the far post. The second goal was excellent, beat 2 or 3 players and then rounded the keeper, which was brilliant for him. And then the last goal, he cuts to the byline his left foot and then stands one up to the far post again. So a lot of work's been put into George's development in terms of the final third and the areas we try and get into and the crosses we try and select and make. And his decision making is always improving. He's got a lot of assists and a lot of goals this season. It's just trying to maintain that with him now and try and push him on to the next level.
With Ash, that's 2 goals in as many games for him. What have you made of his progress and how he's been with the under-18s group?
Yeah, so he doesn't manage to be able to train with us because he goes to school, so he still trains with his own age group. I've seen his progress over the last few weeks, been really pleased with how he's approached being in and around the under-18s. He's a really good learner, wants to improve. Has learned loads about the game tactically, and you can see that by his third goal where the play is developing on the left-hand side, but he's arriving at the far post off the back of their number 3 to score a volley with his right foot. So he's always learning, there's lots still to learn, but he's able to come into the environment and not look out of place, and he's scored 2 goals in the last 2 games, so we're really pleased with how he's developing at the moment and long may that continue.
And Forest Green up next, obviously you've played them already a couple of times this season. What are you expecting from them and what's this week going to look like in terms of preparation?
4 weeks work in terms of training, education, gym, recovery. We've got a game on the Tuesday night, Bristol Street Motors for the first team, so we'll get around that and watch that, and the boys will be use that as a learning experience. And then we'll look towards Saturday. Forest Green are probably very similar to what we played against them this season already. We'll have a look at them and their sort of strengths and weaknesses and try and set our boys up with a younger team now starting to come into fruition in terms of the squads. Try and put together teams that can be competitive. Hopefully the performances look like they have done this week, and we go on a little bit of a run now over the sort of next sort of month to 6 weeks with some really challenging cup quarterfinals as well.